The last thing we need is the Neanderthal thinking that in the meantime everything's fine, take off your mask, forget it. It still matters.
The president used the term Neanderthal. Comments?
Well, first, of course, Joe, it's not the type of word that a president should be using.
Oh, so a president cannot say Neanderthal thinking, but he can say things like this.
If I was starting off today, I would love to be a well-educated black because I really believe they do have an actual advantage.
Okay, I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry?
No, go ahead.
And it's the
Such
Social
a nasty
Security
woman.
Trust Fund. Why do you keep using this? A lot
Because
of
it
people
comes
say
from
it's
China.
racist.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China. That's why. It comes from China. I want to be accurate.
Well, they're losing their lives everywhere in the world, and maybe that's a question you should ask China. Don't ask me, ask China that question, okay? When you ask them that question, you may get a very unusual answer. Yes, behind you, please.
Sir, why are you saying that to me specifically?
I'm
That I
telling
should
you,
ask
I'm not
China?
saying it specifically to anybody. I'm saying it to anybody that would ask a nasty question like
That's
that.
not a nasty
Please go
question.
ahead.
This is a country where we speak English, not Spanish.
Stand back and stand by.
Ah, yes. Remember all of that? Well, it's funny how Republicans like Texas Governor Abbott didn't have a problem when their guy was in the White House. Hello, everybody. I'm David Shuster, and thanks for watching. It is pretty amazing to see Republicans clutch their pearls and pretend to be victims when a Democrat criticizes them. And in this case, keep in mind, Joe Biden is talking about Texas Governor Abbott's decision to reopen everything in his state 100%, despite the ongoing threat from coronavirus. Abbott's decision goes against nearly every public health official in the United States and, of course, around the world, and it puts the recovery from COVID-19 in jeopardy. It also places tens of thousands of Texans at risk. So why is Abbott doing this, and why is he jumping on the comment from Joe Biden that Abbott is engaged in Neanderthal thinking? Well, it's a way for Abbott to change the subject from something that he's been politically hammered over the past couple of weeks, and that is the Texas implosion during a string of recent winter storms.
Americans in the South are heading into another night of freezing temperatures without clean water or enough to eat. At food banks and water distribution sites, lines now stretch as long as a mile.
The temperature in the Lone Star State dropped below freezing for several weeks in a row. The Texas power grid, deregulated by Republicans over the last several years, well, it became overwhelmed. Power dropped for more than 4 million people in the state. Hundreds of thousands had no power for a week. Hundreds of thousands of people were under boil water advisories for 2 weeks. And the mess is being blamed for the deaths of at least 60 people. That is a political catastrophe and a nightmare, of course, for the Texas governor. So by deciding on his own to reopen the state 100%, Abbott is quickly changing the subject from the postmortems and his party's handling of the power crisis. And by pouncing on Biden, Abbott is deflecting, changing the public debate from an important one about how and when the United States should begin to be reopened amidst the pandemic, and making it a silly debate over language. And by the way, in that debate over language, the Republicans are absolute hypocrites given their refusal to condemn the horrific language of the last president. So if you're keeping score, give Republican Governor Abbott points for heartlessness, recklessness, and hypocrisy. Davy Crockett once said that you may all go to hell and I will go to Texas. Well, thanks to Republican Governor Abbott, Texas is its own hell, at least politically.